Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Tom the Viking. Today we are diving into my top 5 favorite regional traditions in Crusader Kings 3. I hope you will enjoy watching. Building your men at arms in Crusader Kings 3 can sometimes feel overwhelming, but if you want a simple, effective and powerful unit, horse archers are a top tier choice. These units blend the best of archers and light cavalry, making them fast, flexible and deadly in open terrain. You unlock them through the Horse Lord's cultural tradition, which doesn't just give you horse archers, it offers a full suite of bonuses geared towards speed and mobility. Your entire army gets a plus 10% movement speed bonus, which helps with both battlefield positioning and world map maneuvering. Plus, you gain increased travel speed and travel safety, making it perfect for steppe rulers, raiders, or anyone who needs to move fast across vast distances. This tradition shines brightest in the steppe region, where the bonuses are amplified. But don't let that stop you from using it elsewhere. It's still a solid choice, even outside the ideal terrain. Now, here's a smart trick. If you only want access to horse archers, you can adopt the Horse Lord's tradition, recruit them, and then switch to another tradition. Just make sure to never disband them, because if you do, you will need to re-adopt Horse Lords to rebuild them. So if you are looking for a powerful, mobile unit that brings speed and versatility to your campaigns, horse archers, through the Horse Lord's tradition, are a brilliant addition to your military strategy. The Imperial Tagmata tradition, most famously associated with the Greek culture of Byzantium, is one of the strongest military traditions in Crusader Kings 3, giving you access to some of the most elite men-at-arms regiments in the game. These aren't your average troops, they are professional, well-trained, and capable of breaking enemy lines even against superior numbers. One of the standout bonuses of this tradition is the boost to counter efficiency, meaning your units can neutralize opposing troop types more effectively, making good army composition and positioning even more rewarding. It's not without its drawbacks. Imperial Tagmata reduces the effectiveness of your knights, so if you are used to stacking high-priced champions to carry your battles, you might feel the difference. But that just shifts your strategy. Instead of focusing on elite individual warriors, you will be learning into the strength of organized, specialized regiments and competent commanders. If you are aiming for military dominance through structure and professionalism, not just raw might, then Imperial Tagmata is a top tier tradition worth considering. Even though I placed Indomitable Azatani in 3rd place today, I have to admit, it's easily one of my top personal picks, right up there with the traditions I ranked 2nd and 1st, which you will hear about soon. Introduced with the Roads to Power DLC, this tradition isn't just strong, it's also deeply immersive and historically rich, especially for campaigns in the Armenian region. The highlight here is the Hirds, a unique men-at-arms unit that thrives in mountainous terrain. Historically, Hirds were a blend of heavy and light cavalry, and Paradox has done a fantastic job capturing their essence. In-game, they perform exceptionally well in the mountains, gaining bonuses that can make them a nightmare for your enemies in the right terrain. What really sets this tradition apart, though, is how it boosts the Hirds directly. With reduced maintenance costs and increased damage, these units become even more efficient, not just strong, but also cost effective. If you are building a mountain-based realm, or want to dominate Armenia or nearby regions, this is a no-brainer. It's a brilliant mix of historical flavor and strategic gameplay, and it absolutely deserves more attention from players looking to dive into a unique, terrain-savvy culture. With the Hirds tradition, you will unlock one of the most powerful military paths in the Scandinavian world, and it's an absolute must if you are aiming to dominate as a Norse warlord. First off, you gain access to the Hussars, one of the best men-at-arms units in the region. These heavy infantry units are exceptional at countering archers and light infantry, making them precious in both offensive raids and defensive battles. You will also gain one extra knight, which might not sound like much at first, but when you are stacking high-priced warriors, especially in a Space Warrior style playthrough, it can be the deciding factor even when you are outnumbered. Every ruler in your culture gets +2 prowess, making them not only tougher in personal combat, but more effective in leading armies as well. But it doesn't stop there. Children in this culture are more likely to be born with the rowdy childhood trait. This often leads to martial focused education and traits like brave, wrathful, or even berserker if you're lucky. For every 5 points of prowess your ruler has, there's 1% chance for the children to be born with the strong trait, which can give you a real edge across generations. As for drawbacks, there's a 15% reduction in cultural fascination progress, which means your culture will advance slightly slower on the innovation tree. But honestly, in most playthroughs, you barely notice it, especially when your warriors are cleaving through enemies with raw power. Even though I absolutely love playing as Vikings, one of my all-time favorite setups is Vikings riding elephants, and with the Lord of the Elephant tradition, that wild dream becomes a reality. This tradition not only lets your culture use elephant cavalry, but it also stacks a ton of powerful bonuses, depending on your ruler's education focus. Let's start with the education traits. If your ruler has a diplomacy education at level 4, you'll enjoy minus 10% building construction cost in jungle terrain, and your elephant cavalry will gain plus 10 damage and toughness, while also being 10% cheaper to recruit and maintain. A ruler with a martial focus turns into a true beast in jungle warfare, gaining plus 5 advantage in jungles, and giving your elephants a huge plus 20% damage, 10% toughness, and plus 20 pursuit. It's a heavy hitting military bonus, ideal for aggressive campaigns. If your ruler leans into stewardship, you will benefit from a massive plus 30% development growth in India or Southeast Asia, minus 20% building cost in jungles, and another minus 20% reduction to elephant cavalry recruitment and maintenance costs. And finally, our learning focused ruler also gets plus 30% development growth in the same terrain, minus 35% jungler attrition, and boost to elephant cavalry with plus 10 toughness, plus 20 screen, and minus 20% maintenance. And that just for your education. This tradition itself brings even more raw power. The Lords of the Elephant tradition gives your elephant cavalry plus 40% damage, plus 20% toughness, and reduces both recruitment and maintenance costs by 15%. These bonuses apply no matter what your ruler's education is, meaning once this tradition is active, elephants become an unstoppable force in your army. If you have never tried it, I highly recommend giving it a go, especially if you want a campaign that blends chaos, strength, and exotic might like no other. That's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. With this video, we are ending the series of my top 5 favorite traditions, but we are starting a new project, much bigger. Next week, we are going to cover the first region of the new series for the best counties, the North Africa. May Odin watch over you. Skål.